Alright, so tonight on Garage Time we're going to focus on the sliding door on our Westfalia. The sliding door is, well, it's difficult to close. So you really have to slam it, as I was demonstrating there. It's hard for my wife and kids. We go camping, we want the door to be easy to close. So we're going to go ahead and take that off, see what's going on, make some adjustments. I am jumping right to taking it off because preliminary investigation, we noticed the slider on, the plastic slider that goes on the track, ours is broken on one side, so we need to take it apart, replace that, check what's going on. We're going to check the rollers and whatnot while it's off. Also, the previous owner, whoever worked on this last, it's missing some screws, like one of the main screws down here is missing. It has the wrong handle on it, so we're going to take it off, check it all out, put it back together and get it working nice and clean. Not that I ever think my 4-year-old will be able to close it. He's 6 now, so that's even better. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that now. And here's a shot of the handle we mentioned. Wrong handle, was scraping the body. They put tape on it to protect the body. We've ordered a new handle, so we'll go ahead and replace that while we're at it. In this shot you can see the notch here, so that's where we're going to slide the door back to that notch. You can remove this cover plate. Now there's 2 screws holding it in, one at the front, one at the back. We've removed those screws so we have a bit of flexibility. They say in the manual you can tap this out, however our seal and our rubbers here, the guy has put a little bit of like black silicone along it. It's a decent paint job. I don't really feel like tapping with a hammer. So we're just gonna flex this a bit as we get to the door to the notch to slide it by. So we're gonna put the camera on a tripod. Sean's gonna help me, I'm not very strong. So we're gonna 2-man the door. We're gonna get it to the notch, pull the arm out, and then slide it back and disengage the rollers. So we'll go ahead, do that now. Okay, so first step is sliding back to our notch. Okay, so that's lined up. Okay, so I have that. Will I lie to you? Okay. We're going to slide it back. Just because I have more flexibility. Okay, so now that we have this mechanism free, we'll bring the bottom in. Right, Sean, there we go. Okay, so we skipped through a few steps here, but what we've done is we've gone ahead. You can see everything is nice and clean now. We went through and inspected, as we mentioned before, it was this bushing that was broken. This side was broken right off, so it fits in a groove. Volkswagen had a big hefty rivet in it. We couldn't find that same rivet, so what we're going to do is install a nut. We got one with the Allen key head on this side, which actually fits nicely inside. This is the side that slides on close to the vehicle. This side's on the outside, so there is enough space for the nut we've purchased that it will not rub, or at least that is our belief. So we're gonna give it a try. Okay, so we used a lock nut, that's on. So before we put it back in the vehicle, we're going to use some red lithium grease and just put it on our
gonna put too much, but we're just gonna lube everything up. So we cleaned everything, made sure it was moving freely, and yeah. Just putting it on all the moving parts. Okay, and we will end up adding some on the track as well. So we'll go ahead and get this door back installed with that slider and see if it works a little better. So we're also going to remove our rollers. We had cleaned them up, but that will make them nice and slippery. Okay, so now that everything is lubed, loosened up and free, we've gone ahead and put some tape on the body. I've got it held out a bit with screwdrivers to help so I don't struggle. And I'm going to lift in the door, same way we took it out. So we will put in the bottom first. At least I will try. Okay. So I'm struggling to do this by myself because sometimes I'm impatient. So I have those two sliders on. Okay. Okay guys, unfortunately you missed me struggle. The SD card was full, so I was struggling with the door, heard the camera beep. I'm alone in the garage tonight, so I couldn't do anything about it. I struggled. Basically what you missed is I struggled for about 5 minutes, was able to get my hand on one of my wire brushes. I helped use it to pry this out, push the new one up without damaging the paint, and I've got the door on. So door is now installed. It's popping out of the shed. It's sliding pretty nicely and definitely closing a lot easier than it was. So yeah, happy with that result. One more time. Definitely happy with that result. It's working a lot better than it was. We did replace that. Now we just have to put our 2 screws back into this cover plate. At the beginning we said you could do it with the cover plate on, or we've seen people do it with the cover plate on. It was harder than I like, so next time I definitely, if there is a next time, I definitely would remove this. I recommend removing it. It just made me fearful of the paint, and you struggled a lot more. So yeah, I know there's a kid, I saw a guy on YouTube do it by himself, super strong, way stronger than I am. I struggled, it was hard. Glad it's back on. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.